Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. Welcome back to the full walkthrough in the Crew 2. So I have spent on Crew credits to purchasing 1 pack and 3 fancy items. So I'm at 4,999, so I could probably have to stack up some more whenever I'm about to going in to become as Icon 1. Now, on to continue on for the journey for having a touring car competition. Looks like this one might have to get ready to go down south at Miami racetrack for going back to my roots for having a 1-week race for a touring car event. But this is going to be an exclusive to be using with a Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR to be used as a vehicle loan. But I hope this is going to be a pretty good old-fashioned whenever we can probably have to get ready to drive onto the pass for having a circuit layout. But everything is going to be a pretty good preview showcase by having a good use of my Corvette C6R 2005 with a Gran Turismo related race modification style for having a good preview before the race will begin.
A race like this is a throwback, a chance to get back to basics. We don't want to get so busy looking to the future that we forget the past. Finding that balance is key, and part of doing that is going old school sometimes.
Old school? Looks like this is going to be a perfect race whenever clearances participate for this event, folks. Gonna get myself prepared and proceed onto the starting grid.
3.
But what can I say? This is going to be a pretty good classic. Let's do this.
Love working on classic cars like this one. You know why? No computers to get in the way. It's just me and the machine.
No high tech needed, only for the classic car, of course, Hero. This is going to be a pretty good old-fashioned vehicle to be raced on the track. Come on, I hope I can probably keep it up. Increase the pace. Next turn coming in. Aaron takes the lead.
I'm betting you didn't think that because it's a classic, it's going to be easy to drive. You won't be getting any power assist at all, so be ready. Because keeping that beautiful little beast under control is going to take everything you've got.
With all good endorsement respect, Alexis. With all good respect for a competition of racing. Now, looks like going in to take lap number 2. And there I go, taking first place in the lead.
There's a reason people still love races like this. Just skill and steel without the bells and whistles.
Understand the corner layout. Just make a good, fine, smooth sailing. Next checkpoint clear. Keep going in onto the left on the inside. 2.5 seconds behind the gap. There you go, perfect cornering turn.
As far as I'm concerned, this is real racing, and everything else is just a sideshow. There's a simple elegance to running like this. Save the tricks and gimmicks. This is where real drivers excel.
Well, I hope this is going to be a true meeting of pro racing, Clarence. I bet this is going to be a pretty good racing rivalry. Okay, looks like this is going to be the 3rd lap. So I hope this is going to be the final run. Gotta keep on going. Looks like I'm about to bring him home to the podium finish. There we go. I hope this one might give a good correction onto the driving line. The track itself is pretty wide open. Here comes for the final stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like I have successfully achieved first place for having a good gold medal. Now this is a pretty good way to be a star, so I bet this is gonna be a good cutscene. But luckily, this is definitely might be pretty good to have a new vehicle earned by participating in the event. Sweet! This is gonna be pretty good for free.
History is a constant process of transformation, but as we move forward, we can't ever forget where we came from. There's so much history for us to be proud of. So many great races, great drivers. That heritage makes us who we are today, and it'll inform who we'll be tomorrow, no matter what shifts. I think we can call this an unqualified success. Not just your performance, but also the race. It's good to remember that there's still a place for the old school.
Only legends will always be there for having a good competition race. But I'm so glad that the 300 SLR was actually to be included for free by participating for this event. But this is going to be pretty good awesome, just like participate in the Mercedes-Benz S-Class for a rally range. Gonna have to get ready to continue on for the different racetracks. But I bet this will might need to have a lot of good followers and some more currents will ever to be made. It's time to get ready to go for a speedway at Jersey Chamber Cup, but looks like this is going to be an easy opportunity to see how fast can you go. But luckily, if I could probably have to switch vehicles whenever you want, so I could really need my Corvette C6 to be ready to go for having a nice run out there.
Snow day, huh? The track's gonna be a skating rink, so lace up and get out there. Just keep your front wheels on the line and the back wheels will take care of themselves.
And don't worry, I put the heater on for you.
Nice. This race is going to get nice and chill whenever we have to go fast, so I bet this is going to be a wonderful condition to see how this race will turn out perfectly. So let's get it on. Okay, taking first place, we'll be going in as a head start. Take the first checkpoint, we'll be going clear. Nice. Looks like this is going to be having 2 motor stars earned. But I could probably keep on racing to go on for a clean snow run. Lap number 1 is going clear before moving on to the second lap. Just gonna have to keep counting. I bet this race could probably have a keep it monitor check. So I have spent over 30 minutes to create my own livery design, but it looks like this is going to be a pretty good matching Gran Turismo racing style was actually to be based from the CO6 model. Well, I kind of say that this is definitely might be labeled as a circuit spec in the first installment of the crew. Exclusively used when purchasing the Corvette CR1 C6 2009, but I could really need to do some more bucks to stack up some more. But I know, I'm just really am a Corvette fan favorite, but this is definitely might be what it is. Just gonna keep going in onto the inside. Okay, another lap, we'll go forward. 14 seconds behind. Just gonna keep up the pace. But luckily, I'm just putting up with some additional decals to be used as a label personnel, but this is definitely might be pretty well shown if you really saw an Insportec logo. That was my fictional logo of the United Defensive Reformation Service. UDRS for short, of course. Now, I'm just gonna have to take a lot of good runs and gonna reach up towards 20 seconds behind for the gap. I hope I could probably have to take one lap behind from the others. This could be a trailblazer. So my only guess is, this is going to be a 10-lap race to be on the speedway. But it is definitely might be pretty good to see how touring cars will go faster. Just like Blue Moon Bay Speedway and Northern Iowa Speedway. And especially the Indianapolis Motor Speedway from Gran Turismo 5 and Gran Turismo 6 back then. But it is definitely might be a pretty good, awesome endurance race to be taking part of the Indy 500. So there's the Ford GT coming in from last. The McLaren MP412C is going along with the others. 80% on the progression. Now currently will go forward. So I hope I could probably have to move on towards the final lap. How you doing, guys? Having a nice day for having a good race on the snow? It looks like the final lap is about to begin. Almost 35 seconds onto the gap distance behind. Man, my Corvette is going on a trail. Just keep going in. Make my way towards the final stretch by taking the checkpoint. And here it is, folks. The finish line is now on the way. Pretty good, awesome for having a speedway race to be on the snow, but the tarmac is definitely might be pretty well almost covered up on it, so I could probably have to grab some loot. Okay, looks like this is going to be a quick and grab and go. And now, just going to have to switch back onto the normal
debate
position.
that split us down the middle is simple. On one side are the people who want to modernize, who feel we have to adapt to changing times and try new things to find new audiences. On the other side are people who are wrong.
Only the faster racers can probably go on every track. This is definitely might be how it goes. Pretty awesome to be on the speedway for the snow condition, you guys. So I hope I could probably had to go to a different racetrack in America, so just gonna have to zoom out to a different location. So I bet this is gonna be pretty obvious to be going in onto the mountain states and the west coast. On to the next race is going to be at the Giants racetrack for a touring car event. But this will be having 205, currently at 247 for my Corvette C6R for having a good skill performance. But everything is going to get a lot faster whenever I have to change the difficulty. So let's just going to go and travel. Let's get prepared.
Welcome to an old family tradition, the Bishop family legacy race. 3 generations of Clarence Bishop, all in one competition. They sponsor it every year, and one of them wins every year. How'd you like to start a new tradition and break their streak?
Well, you only find out and get prepared for having a nice starting grid to begin with. Now, I hope this is going to be a pretty good, awesome race with the 3 generations of the Bishop family. But this is going to be pretty interesting. Okay, there's Clarence Sr. using the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR. Just gonna have to make one overtake pass. And here's Clarence Jr. currently in second place by using the Ferrari. And Clarence is now taking the lead by using the Aston Martin Vulcan. This is going to be a pretty good position for the 3 family racers who really want to come together for a competition. It's going to make one. It's going to keep going. Gonna close into the gap. There you go. Have my Corvette in the lead. Alright folks, first lap down, moving on to number 2. Gonna have to defend my position. I hope I can win for sure. There we go, just following the line. We're stepping in onto the apex. Another checkpoint clear. There you go, 3 seconds behind the gap. Will be marked on the green. There, that's more like it. I hope the tires will be going blue. That's how I just purchasing a 1-pack with Venti items. Okay, gonna take that final turn. Moving on to lap number 3 after the second lap. There we go. Just gonna keep that good cornering on the inside. Take that checkpoint clear onto the next turn. So maybe after this race, I could probably have a replay would be needed as well. But I'm always in for taking a new clip or having a current one after this moment. But this is going to be having some good racing highlights whenever anybody could really want to watch and see. Just going to have to keep a lot of good precision focus without a use of a nitrous to be needed to go faster. Take that final corner, home stretch for a finish line. Alright, finally did it. First place for UDRS for taking the podium finish. Now this one might get some followers and some credits, and this is going to be pretty good out there.
The circuit. You know what that means? It's time to train harder. It's always time to train harder.
Train harder? I can probably do it, but this is going to be a pretty good, awesome touring car race for only the beginners. But this is how what pro racing is all about, folks. Just gonna have to race onto the track to be in the land. Always gonna make a lot of good practice for taking time trials. When having a touring car, that means I could probably have myself a racing outfit, but this is gonna be quite good to customize your own avatar. But luckily, I just already been purchasing $5, so this one might have to change helmets. But this one is very good golden, so I could probably have to switch it on to a different racing professional. But good thing I just already bought a nice good blue helmet, so I could probably have to select to equip. And luckily this is going to be having a racing suit, so this is definitely might be pretty good to have an American patrol outfit. So just gonna have to equip, and this is quite good to have different types of racing outfits to be quite very good. So this one is the motocross racing outfit, professional racing outfit to be on the track, and evenly of course the powerboat slash jet sprint was definitely might be pretty good to have a nice outfit for it. So there might be some other types that might be needs to be equipped and unlocked, and this is definitely might have different types that might be part of the hobbies update. And evenly the motor pass exclusive was actually included. But this is definitely might be pretty good to get them all. Just gonna have to keep on racing for some more followers and some bucks. But this is definitely might be quite very good to get everything to become a good collector on every vehicles, boats, and planes. So now I'm fully racing gear up and get ready to take on one more race for the full segment. So good thing saving a lot of clip is going to be quite very important for doing some more video editing. Now going back onto Miami racetrack for taking another round of the attempt. This is going to be pretty good to get prepared for a different track layout. But this is definitely might be pretty good to see how it goes.
There's an idea in our community that every race has a line, the perfect path along the course. You stay on it and you can't be beaten. That's what we do here. Find that line between curves and straightaways, between past and future. We look for the perfect path.
The true key of a professional racing, that's how we can probably do our best. Now let's get ready to go for our starting grid. I hope my Corvette is about to take a best chance to be on a good podium. So let's do this! Just gonna have to take the first corner. Checkpoint clear, and here's the Lamborghini Huracan. Okay, gonna stay in formation. First place is in the lead. That's more like it. 1.3 seconds behind. Just gonna have to keep it monitored. Checkpoint clear. Now here comes the next corner, but this is going to be a little bit tricky. Just follow the apex while you can. This race is going to get a little bit rain out there. All I can see is sunlight. Lap number 1 clear. Moving on to lap number 2. Gonna try to make a best good cornering skill. Gonna have to take a good motivation. %, remaining on the progression. Keep going. There you go. Nailed that tricky corner. So this will might take a lot of good to respond on every handling. Final lap, folks. Looks like this is going to be pretty good. Taking a lot of good effort to master the rain on the track. Looks like the rain stopped. The road itself is still getting a little bit wet out there. Step on that apex. Checkpoint clear. Moving on. That's the ticket. Just make a good ways on the inside. 14 seconds behind the gap. Okay, that was close. 15 seconds behind. I can still do this one, folks. Final stretch is on the way, coming in onto the final corner. Finally finished. First place for the Chevy Corvette is now reaching in onto first place. Oh man, I could probably grab this one after taking a good run. Very good on the track layout in the Miami racetrack, but this is definitely might have some extra since taking on to the Giants racetrack, so I could probably have to zoom in for having a one good quick earning. So looks like I just finally got myself a grand tour for having a good completion, but it was definitely might be pretty exclusively used on the photo mode. But what can I say? This is definitely might have a good extra for today. So right now, I had to be ready to continue on for the next walkthrough, so looks like this one might have to get ready to go for a little bit drag racing to be on street racing. But this one might have to putting up for an extra clip because 2 disciples has been unlocked. Alright folks, I hope you really enjoyed watching the race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. You can follow me on Instagram, DBNetArt, and GT Planet whenever you want. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time to continue the journey in the Crew 2, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay clean.